Today is Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Coming up, we get you ready for tonight's racing with the World of Outlaws late models, the USAC Midgets, and the ASCS National Tour. There's also news from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, some interesting news from Skagit Speedway, and the Super DIRTcar Series. Before we dive in, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and hit those follow and notification buttons depending on where you consume this. Make sure to follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget, DIRTRACKR.com has a bunch more cool dirt racing stuff. Now, let's get going. Coming off that epic weekend at Fairbury, the World of Outlaws late models are right back to it tonight at ASCS Speedway in Wisconsin. This will be a nice little midweek stop before the series heads to Cedar Lake this weekend for the USA Nationals and another $50,000 payday. ASCS is located in Seymour, Wisconsin, which is about 30 minutes outside of Green Bay. Tonight's race pays $10,000 to the winner, and IMCA modifieds and stock cars are also on the schedule. Chris Madden continues to try and keep pace with Brandon Sheppard for the championship. 86 points currently separate the two. Sheppard is the most recent winner at ASCS back in July of 2020. He led the final 18 laps, topping Darrell Lanigan and Nick Anvilink. While the Rocket House car is not winning this season as often as we've come to expect, the insane consistency for Bishop has returned. Sheppard has only won 15% of the Outlaw races this season versus 35% in 2020 and an incredible 44% in 2019. But over the last few months, Sheppard has racked up 17 top 5 finishes in his previous 18 races. And that includes wins at Mississippi Thunder, Lernerville, Gondik Law, and Red Cedar. Chris Madden is doing a hell of a job, though, trying to keep pace. He's got 18 straight top 10 finishes himself and an average finish of 5.8 for the year. That's just a tick off Bishop right now. That 86-point margin is about 43 positions, so Madden needs to continue trying to find ways to finish ahead of Sheppy on a nightly basis like he did at Fairbury. Behind the leaders, Tyler Bruning continues to be the leading rookie, although I still think Ryan Gustin gets a win before the year is out. I also thought we were seeing a bit of a turnaround from Ricky Weiss, but a 19th at Fairbury was a step in the wrong direction for his team. Cade Dillard will also be looking to bounce back from a 21st place result in the PDC. You can watch the action live tonight on Dirt Vision. And a quick note about Dirt Vision, if you're an active user, the service debuted a new website yesterday along with new apps. You'll have to do a little legwork before you watch again. That means resetting your website password and updating the apps on your various devices. Check your email for detailed instructions on how to do that. USAC National Midgets have been off for a few weeks, but they get going again in a big way starting tonight at Grandview Speedway in Pennsylvania. The series will race 5 times in 5 nights as part of Eastern Midget Week, which also includes stops at Action Track USA, Bridgeport Speedway, Bloomsburg Fair Raceway, and Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Buddy Kofoid enters as the series points leader, but he's not running away with it right now. Defending champion Chris Windham is only 37 points back in second, and Emerson Axum is 68 points back in third. Axum has been on the rise lately with 7 finishes of 4th or better in his last 8 races. That also includes the most recent race win back on July 17th at Jefferson County. Justin Grant has been very good lately as well with an average finish of 3.8 over his last 5 races. That's a series best. For Kofoid, he's got 16 top 10s in 18 starts this season, but those 2 outside top 10 finishes have come in the last 8 races. He needs to gain back some of that consistency he started the season with. So far in 2021, Kofoid and Tanner Thorson are tied with the most series wins at 4 each. Axum, Windham, Thomas Meseraull, Logan Seavey, Kyle Cummins, Corey Day, and Dazen Persley have all won as well. Looking at tonight at Grandview, Chris Windham is the most recent winner back in 2019. This will be the series' 4th time at the racetrack. Should be stout fields all week with the series regulars plus plenty of invaders and local guys like Alex Bright competing. If you can't be at Grandview tonight, watch live on Flow Racing. If you want some winged sprint car action tonight, the ASCS National Tour is headed to Lakeside Speedway in Kansas. They're coming off a busy sprint week where Ryan Timms lit the series on fire with 4 wins and the Sprint Week Championship. We've also got a tight points battle going on and the 360 Knoxville Nationals coming up this weekend for the competitors. Currently, Blake Hahn has only a 5-point advantage over Matt Covington, and rookie JJ Hickle is only 38 points back in third. Hahn and Timms share the series lead with 4 wins with 5 apiece. With so many young guys trying to prove themselves this year, we've seen some crazy races in recent weeks with the National Tour. If you aren't watching these guys and girls yet, I would definitely recommend tuning in. You'll certainly be entertained, and you'll get to witness some of the future stars of sprint car racing. If Lakeside isn't near you, you can watch live on both Flow Racing and Racing Boys. Back on Saturday, the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame announced the winner of the Priority Aviation sponsorship for the Knoxville Nationals. The Black Pearl 101 out of Ohio was the winner of the competition and the $20,000. The car was piloted for several weeks by Australian newcomer Lachlan McHugh, but he had to return to Australia in recent weeks, leaving the car without a driver. Found out yesterday that Cale Thomas will wheel the 101 at the Nationals with the sponsorship. McKenna Hassey finished second and will win a $10,000 sponsorship, and Robbie Kendall finished third and gets $5,000. Thomas recently filled in for Spencer Baston in the McGee 11 and finished sixth with the All-Stars at Humboldt. He's based in Indiana and can be found racing in Ohio often. If you don't know Cale's story, go find Open Red episode number 171. Back when me and Ross hosted the show, we interviewed him a few years ago, and I think you'll become a fan after listening to his story. There was some intriguing news yesterday about the future of Skagit Speedway in Washington. Longtime promoter and owner Steve Beitler is passing off the track to a new group called 55 Promotions. The group is made up of Kevin Rudeen, Mike Anderson, and Peter Murphy. Rudeen is obviously the owner of the 26 sprint car that Corey Eliason pilots with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Anderson owns the 18 sprint car that Jason Solwald pilots on the West Coast, and Peter Murphy is a former racer who now promotes Colorado Speedway in Hanford, California. Skagit is home to the Dirt Cup for 360 sprint cars. It traditionally has a World of Outlaws sprint car weekend and is home to a nice weekly program including sprint cars and modifieds. I think by all accounts, Murphy has been doing great things with his work in California, and Kevin Rudeen has pumped a ton of money into sprint car racing in recent years with his promotion of the Race Rudeen Foundation race with the All-Stars and added bonuses and purse money at events throughout the season. This will be the second track acquisition that he's been a part of this year, as he's also involved in the ownership group of Port City Raceway, which is the microsprint track that Shane Stewart took over this year in Oklahoma. 55 Promotions will take control of Skagit in September, and according to the release, we'll have a special announcement about the track at the Knoxville Nationals. Stay tuned for that. The fans and competitors at Skagit, I think this is really great news. I would not be surprised to see facility upgrades and bigger events at Skagit in the coming years. Super DIRTCar Series announced yet another schedule change yesterday with the addition of Brewerton Speedway to the 2021 slate. The series will head to the famous New York track on Tuesday, August 17th, and when they do, it will be for $10,000 to win and a guaranteed starting spot for Super Dirt Week. Tickets are already on sale, and the card will also include DIRTCar Sportsman. For more on the big blocks and to see the updated schedule, check out superdirtcarseries.com. There are 8 shows on the streaming schedule for today. Dirt Vision has the World of Outlaws late models out at Gamey. Flow Racing has the ASCS at Lakeside and the USAC Midgets at Grandview. Speed Sport has some local action and more. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Tuesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.